Spring break week means a full refresh for everyone, but the prep sports season never sleeps. Welcome back to another edition of Naperville Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Ryan Haywood. Following last week's victory against Neuqua Valley, Naperville Central girls water polo heads to Naperville North to continue their winning streak. But first, let's head to Neuqua Valley where the Wildcats look to defend their pool against Mattia.
Welcome back to the pool as Mattia Valley takes on Neuqua Valley for another DBC girls water polo battle. Mattia looks to improve to 2-0 in conference play in the early going, while the Wildcats hope to pick up their first DBC victory. Alexa Egan of Neuqua Valley opened strong with an impressive shot right out of the gate to get the home team on the board. Mattia fires back with its first point of the match from Natalie Costa as she tosses in the goal to even the score. Costa sends in another one after Neuqua attempts to gain control of the ball, but to no avail, putting a point on the board for the Mustangs. The Wildcats aren't rolling over, however, as Alexa Egan makes a push that leads to another goal for Neuqua. The Wildcats surge ahead to take a 4-2 lead at the end of the first. Starting out the second quarter just as strong, Madeline Conklin finds the opening and makes the goal, keeping the lead growing for the Wildcats. Neuqua lobs in another goal from Michaela Paulding, who has the offense clicking with a 6-2 advantage. Samira Nadgar passes the ball over to Ella Herrera, who finds her opening. Neuqua is in danger of running away with this one with a 7-2 lead. Mattia Valley keeps up the fight as Ava Wallen sneaks in a goal as the Mustangs begin to shorten the gap. Mattia continues its comeback as Leah Wojciechowski finds the opening and tosses in the goal for another point for the Mustangs, ending the second quarter trailing 8-4. Mattia Valley's Riley Rhodes pushes the ball ahead and sends in the goal to start off the second half as the Mustangs sense some momentum swinging their way. Rhodes strikes again with another shot, just missing the block attempt from goalie Sabrina Malone as the Mustangs pull within 2. Mattia Valley continues the hot streak with another goal from Ellie Maher, who takes her time and finds the opening, tossing home the goal for the Mustangs, who now trail 8-7. Neuqua strikes back at the top of the whistle with a fierce throw made by Samira Nadgar, as Neuqua fights to hold on to the lead. Natalie Costa with a fake-out pass, she shoots for the goal and makes it in. Mattia Valley battles back to even the score. Maher passes over to Rhodes for another swift throw into the goal as the Mustangs pass the Wildcats on the scoreboard, taking the lead for the first time since the opening minutes. Maher gets control of the ball yet again and shoots home another goal for Mattia, who takes a 13-10 advantage in the final minutes. Maher makes her third and final goal of the fourth quarter, stealing the game for the Mustangs after a monster second half. Mattia Valley wins the evening with a final score of 14-11, taking the hard-fought victory after a tough challenge from Neuqua Valley.
Naperville North, the new girls water polo head coach Andy Bax began conference play as the 7-0 Huskies welcome crosstown rival Naperville Central. The Redhawks sit at 8-2 and come in on a 6-game winning streak. Huskies get to work right out of the gate with Molly Deppis firing a long missile into the back of the net for the first goal of the game. The next possession is a copy and paste, but with the new score via Kate Chahara, who slots in the goal. Redhawks bring it the other way, looking to crack the score, but Molly Moore lobs over to Rugi Stakavikias, who makes the save. North follows that up with Natalie Brown displaying a nice backhand shot for another goal. It's 4-0 Dogs after the first. The second quarter game plan for the Huskies remains the same as Sophia Lund scores near the corner. Megan Teeting and Molly Moore team up, leading to a Red Hawk goal, and they're on the board. That's no problem for the Huskies because Ava Podkasic fires in yet another goal. No surprise at this point, and it's a 7-1 lead for the Dogs at the half. In the third quarter, the other Podkasic, Mia, jumps in and throws in the tally with authority. Huskies take it 11-1 over the Redhawks.
When we come back, it's the boys' turn to make waves in the pool.
I swear you are single-handedly keeping this place in business.
Come on, I'm not here that often.
Ben, long time no see.
Hey.
She's joking. You were here yesterday. Good thing the BMO digital banking app groups your spending into categories like eating out.
Not here that often.
What's up, Ben? So it's easy to keep an eye on your money and see how you're tracking against a monthly budget.
Perfect.
Can I get a slice of the bun, please?
Ben, it's good to finally put a face to the slice.
It's auto show time. Innovation, excitement, and the future of driving. And you'll experience it all at Fair Oaks Ford. The thrilling new Explorer, the cutting-edge Bronco Sport, or the adventurous F-150. Drive the future of Ford today. And right now, get 0% APR financing for 75 months. Plus, the best customer experience in the business. Fair pricing, fair deals. Fair Oaks Ford. It's right there in our name on Ogden Avenue in Naperville.
The water polo matchups stay the same, but let's see what the guys can do. First, a crosstown rivalry renews with Naperville Central heading to Naperville North. After, we'll go to Metea Valley where the Mustangs look for their first conference win of the season against the visiting Neuqua Valley Wildcats. The boys water polo season carries on into the DVC schedule, where the new-look Naperville Central Redhawks host the defending state champion Naperville North Huskies. The Redhawks seek to change course coming off a 3-point loss against Evanston with a win here against their rivals who are in search of a 4th win in a row. The Redhawk offense looks to start strong as they swing the ball around before locating Will Tucker for the game's opening goal. But the Husky offense is quick to respond as they work some nice ball movement before locating Landon Fenema for a goal, evening the score at 1 midway through the first. However, North's intense defense costs them a penalty shot, and it's Elliot Skly for the score, giving Central a 2-1 lead to close the opening quarter. Skly looks to pick up where he left off to end the first as he secures the opening goal of the second, sparking a scoring run for the Red Hawk offense. A part of that scoring run includes goals from Braden Piwowar and Will Tucker, giving the Red Hawk offense a 5-1 advantage midway through the quarter. The Huskies look to respond with goals of their own and get it as Luke Byram locates the back of the Red Hawk goal to spark the visitors. North looks to keep the scoring going as Alex Sujewicz matches Byram's goal with one of his own. The Huskies trail 5-3 in a tight one heading into halftime. To open the third, North looks to apply some early defense, but ends up setting up the Redhawks for a penalty shot. Skly takes the shot and scores, securing a hat trick and doubling up the Huskies with a 6-3 lead. The Huskies don't back down just yet, as they display a nice pass to J.D. Sanford for a goal, keeping the game within reach. The Redhawks respond once again. Piwowar secures his second goal of the night as the Redhawks maintain a 7-5 lead to end the third quarter. The final quarter would be all Central as Skly calls game with a dagger goal, his 4th of the night, as Naperville Central defeats Naperville North 10-6. A big win for new head coach Natalie Rocha as the Redhawks take down the Huskies for the first time since 2022. It's another DVC matchup in the pools as Neuqua Valley visits Metea Valley. The Wildcats look to grab their first win of the year after a tough loss to Hinsdale Central on Monday night. Meanwhile, the Mustangs try to get back in the win column following their loss to Lane Tech. Neuqua Valley starts the game off strong, with Aaron Cora, Jack Summers, and Colin Mulligan scoring in the opening 2 minutes. It's 3-0 early in the first quarter. After a team timeout, Metea Valley regroups and gets on the board with back-to-back scores from Sean Sawicki and Colin Loudon. The Mustangs trail by 1 midway through the first. The end of the first quarter sees a few more goals by both teams, with Patrick Wu breaking the early tie and gives the Wildcats a 5-4 lead going into the second. The second quarter starts as a back-and-forth fight. First, Achutha Viswanathan goes bar down with the go-ahead goal. Then, the blue and gold respond quickly, as Mario Valenti finds Colin Mulligan in front for a lob and backhands the ball into the net. Shortly after, Loudon puts the Mustangs back on the board with a hesitation throw that bounces the ball off the water and past the netminder. We're tied again at 6 apiece. Viswanathan ends the first half by catching the left corner of the goal open and throwing the ball in. The Mustangs lead 7-6 through 2. A pair of guys named Colin get the goal scoring going in the third quarter. First it's Mulligan nailing the fadeaway shot to tie things up. Then it's Loudon with a laser into the back of the goal. Mustangs lead by 1 yet again. Fast forward to the end of the third, and it's still the Collins show. Mulligan sneaks the shot past the right corner side of the net to tie the game at 10-10 with 50 seconds remaining in the quarter. With time expiring, Loudon gets the give and go to grab his 4th goal of the evening. Mattia Valley leads 11-10 heading into the 4th. After Loudon nets another 2 goals for Mattia, the Wildcats charge through with a pair of goals of their own. First from Gabriel Stan, then Arav Mether. Nequa trails 13-12 with less than 4 minutes to play. Seconds later, and it's Loudon once more, growing the Mustang lead to 14-12. A couple of more goals from the blue and gold would set up this game-winning turnaround goal from Viswa Nathan. The Mustangs hold on for a 15-14 victory and net their first conference win of the season. Nequa Valley will try to get their first win of the season against Waubonsie Valley in 2 weeks. Up next, we head to the pitch for girls soccer action.
Stay in the game with the high school sports coverage you need, delivered how and where you want it. From standout performances to in-depth features and coverage, the Daily Herald delivers the local sports stories that keep you connected to your community. Whether it's Friday night football or standout athletes, if it's happening in your community, we've got it covered. Never miss a game or highlight. Subscribe to the Daily Herald today.
Now, let's check out what's going on the pitch for the first time this spring. Bennett Academy tries to keep its unbeaten streak alive on the road at Mattia Valley to wrap up the Wheaton North kickoff tournament.
Bennett Academy girls soccer travels to Mattia Valley for an early season showdown. The Mustangs are searching for their first win of the season after a tough 1-0 loss against Wheaton North. Bennett Academy looks to stay undefeated after wins over Wheaton North and Glenbard West. After a defensive start, Bennett's Ivana Vukas attempts a free kick for the Red Wings. The shot gets passed to the Mustang defenders but is knocked away by Mattia goalie Caitlin Hickerson. The Red Wings continue to stay aggressive as Casey Glenn looks for a shot opportunity but is denied by Hickerson once again. Bennett Academy finds a spark on offense as Red Wing Collins Weaver passes to midfielder Megan Bergman, and her shot gets through the Mustang defense for the goal. Halfway through the opening period, the Red Wings lead 1-0. Casey Glenn with a throw-in for the Red Wings. Glenn finds teammate Ashley Polanco as the Red Wing gets past the Mustang defender as her shot is out of Hickerson's reach and into the net. Late in the first half, Mustang Emma Stursik looks to provide a spark with a free kick. The senior's attempt is too far left. Going into the half, Bennett leads 2-0. Bennett senior Annie Fitzgerald continues to build momentum for the Red Wings as she takes the long-range shot, which finds the back corner. The Red Wings lead 3-0. The Red Wings keep their foot on the gas as Ivana Vukas gets past the Mustang defense and takes a shot, but is denied by Hickerson. Moments later, Annie Fitzgerald keeps the possession alive for the Red Wings. The midfielder attacks the Mustang defense and just gets her shot off as it bounces past the goalie for her second goal of the game. It's all Red Wings as they lead 4-0. Halfway through the quarter, Red Wing Kaylee O'Hare takes the shot but is denied by the Mustang goalie. Bennett's Josie Caden is in the right place at the right time to tap in the shot to extend the Red Wing lead. Bennett's Annie Fitzgerald with a free kick opportunity. The Red Wing shot is too high for the Mustang defense as it bounces into the net for her third goal of the game. Bennett Academy continues to stay hot as they get the win over Mattia Valley 6-0.
Going back indoors, Naperville Central Boys Gymnastics travels to Carroll Stream to take on Glenbard North.
Naperville Central Boys Gymnastics is on the road for the first time this season, visiting the Glenbard North Panthers. The Redhawks look to pick up their first head-to-head victory of the year after a solid performance last week against Naperville North. The pommel horse is always one of the more challenging events. Naperville Central senior Aiden Klein battles through his routine, steadily working through the handles and finishing with a dismount to earn a 5.40. Over to the floor exercise, where the Redhawks really thrived a week ago. Oscar Binkowski flips his way down the runway as he does his best to hit the brakes. He finishes with a series of back handsprings to cap the routine for a score of 8.40 to lead all gymnasts. Redhawk senior Landon Lucero takes his turn with the back handsprings, landing smoothly. He finishes with a big front flip to earn a 7.20. Sophomore Daniel Beevil continues a strong night on the floor for the visitors. A round off with the twist back down to the floor. He gets high for a round off back handspring to wrap things up. A good reason to be pleased with a score of 8.0. Glenbard North gets the vault started where Pernell Jenkins hits the table and flips his way over for a 5.70. His teammate Dalen Green utilizes a similar routine on the vault and narrowly tops his fellow Panther with a 5.80. Brock Rozek from Naperville Central takes his turn and gets a good amount of air on his front flip over the vaulting table. That earns a 6.70 from the judge, the second best score in the event. Oscar Binkowski has been the top scorer in every event thus far, and that trend continues on the vault as he hits the Sukahara tuck and lands an 8.10 to continue his strong night. Over to the still rings where Sebastian Mitchell does a kip into an L hold before swinging down for the dismount. Mitchell takes a 6.90, the second best score on the night. Binkowski takes a turn on the rings, holding himself up vertically before doing a kip into an L hold as well. He then reverses direction and twists down to the floor. Once again leading everyone with a 7.90. Daniel Beevil is a late addition to the rings, but he gets himself ready and performs admirably. The sophomore secures a 6.10 from the judge and finishes second in the all-around. Aiden Klein works on the horizontal bar where he pops over the bar and then swings his way to prep for the dismount. A 6.10 is the second best score in the event. Binkowski leads everyone with a 6.80. On the parallel bars, Marcus Walker has a solid routine for Glenbard North, earning a 6.0 as he ends with an L hold and a drop down to the mat. Sebastian Mitchell has another strong performance, finishing well on the parallel bars. He dips low and backflips down to the floor on the dismount to earn a 7.10. Landon Lucero caps off the team victory for Naperville Central with a good routine on the parallel bars. The senior tallies a 6.70 as the Redhawks take the team win by a sizable margin, 121.50 to 74. Oscar Binkowski wins the all-around with a 44.20.
We're back to the pools as the Neuqua Valley Wildcats take on the Metea Valley Mustangs. Neuqua seeks out its first win of the season, while Metea is in search of a win of its own after losing to Lane Tech. Despite being doubled on defense, Achutha Vishnathan finds Colin Loudon in front of the net for the score. The awareness by the goal-scoring duo was pivotal to Metea and make a splash for this week's NSW Play of the Week. When we return, a family legacy continues on the softball diamond.
I swear, you are single-handedly keeping this place in business.
Come on, I'm not here that often.
Ben, long time no see.
Hey.
She's joking. You were here yesterday. Good thing the BMO digital banking app groups your spending into categories like eating out.
I'm not here that often.
What's up, Ben? So it's easy to keep an eye on your money and see how you're tracking against a monthly budget.
Perfect.
Can I get a slice of the bun, please?
Ben, it's good to finally put a face to the slice.
We've spent the last 4 years repeatedly telling you how Fair Oaks Lincoln was selected by J.D. Power as the recipient of their prestigious Customer Sales Experience Award. It's our secret sauce. We treat our customers well, and they buy from us repeatedly. Well, get used to it, because here we go again. J.D. Power has chosen Fair Oaks Lincoln again, 5 years in a row, and we've now achieved Diamond status. Fair Oaks Lincoln in Naperville.
Bennett Academy softball has had plenty of impactful players who have gone through the program. Class of 2022 graduate Elena Berdecka is no exception. Her sister, freshman Abby Berdecka, is looking to follow in her footsteps this spring. Patrick Cotto has more on the storied sisters, presented by Fair Oaks Ford.
Bennett Academy freshman Abby Berdecka is making a name for herself in her first high school season by securing a spot on the varsity softball lineup card. She's the second Berdecka to rock the Red Wing uniform after her older sister Elena, a 2022 graduate, came through the program.
It feels great. I mean, Elena left her mark here, and I'm very grateful for her leaving me a great legacy. And I definitely have some pressure in that regard, seeing that she's a great athlete, great person, and I'm actually very, very grateful that I'm able to follow in her footsteps.
Hearing that Abby made varsity was no surprise to Elena, who also made varsity as a freshman before going to play at the University of Dayton.
Abby brought up when she was in middle school that she wanted to play varsity softball when she got to Bennett, and so it's just kind of funny how that idea came up and now it's her reality. I'm really excited for her for this next step.
Having another Berdecka at bat was a welcome addition for Coach Janet Royal, who was a Bennett assistant during Elena's 4 seasons.
The way we look at Bennett softball is it is a family. And so when you have sisters come through the program, it's just exciting to see. Again, being here for so long, for 18 years, I mean, just to see the families that we've had come through the program, it makes us more of a tight-knit here group.
Abby's playing the outfield in the early weeks of the schedule, but is willing to make an impact at any position or step up at the plate.
I definitely believe being flexible is one way I can help. Just wherever coach needs me, I'm willing to go. And if it comes to a situation where I'm uncomfortable with the position, I can learn it pretty quickly, and I'm able to adapt quickly in that regard.
She'll walk up to the box and she will be 110% confident in her abilities. When she will get into the circle, and she'll be super confident in what she can do.
Her ability to play wherever so early in her high school career is a grand slam for head coach Janet Royal.
Anytime, we have someone that can step into any position, it helps. It helps a coach, and it just makes it that much easier when we're trying to fill. She definitely proved it. We saw her in camp, over the summer when we do our summer camps. We saw her coming through. Her drive, her willingness to do anything that we ask of her is really what stuck out to us, and her love for the game.
With season 1 underway, Abby is ready to hit the ground running and excited to see what her 4 years hold, while Elena remains her #1 fan.
She's going to work hard. She's going to commit to it. High school ball is not for the weak. I know that from my own personal experience. I know she'll put the puzzle pieces together and she'll figure it out, and I'm hoping that she'll hit her first home run during high school just like I did.
I feel like our team has a great dynamic, and obviously our talent level is there, and we compete in every game that we play together, so I think we have a great shot at going far.
For Naperville Sports Weekly, I'm Patrick Cotto.
The girls' soccer season rolls on with a big matchup ahead. The Metea Valley Mustangs host the Bennett Academy Red Wings in the Wheaton North Kickoff Tournament. The Red Wings came in looking to stay perfect on the season and got the dub. Senior Annie Fitzgerald helped build on Bennett's lead as she sends this rocket from 25 yards out into the back of the net. Let's see that again as Fitzgerald strikes through the ball and lifts it soaring high as this week's NSW Play of the Week. That wraps up another edition of Naperville Sports Weekly. Next week's show will bring the full highlights of the teams that stuck around to play over spring break. In the meantime, you can find our full highlights on nctv17.org, along with all our previous feature stories and community sports. You can also find us across all social media platforms at NCTV17. For Naperville Sports Weekly, I'm Ryan Haywood, and we'll see you again next week.